Emily and Julio were given the same task that you were given in the intro to this lesson. They had to determine whose punch was the lemon limiest. So they knew that you could use unit rates to compare different values, and so that's what they decided to do. They did unit rates to compare Mason and Tyler's to find out who was the most lemon lime flavored. Let's start by looking at Emily's strategy. Emily, with Mason's recipe, she noted that there were 4 cups of lemon lime to 8 cups of club soda. So here, let's look for Mason. And I'm going to put this into a ratio table. 4 cups lemon lime to 8 cups club soda. She wanted to get it down to a unit rate, and she chose to look at 1 cup of club soda. This way, it'd be easier to compare to Tyler when she also got a unit rate in his for club soda. Now, we know within ratio tables we use scaling up, scaling down, scaling to 10. To get from 8 cups to 1 cup, she could divide by 8. So she scaled down to get to that unit rate. In order to make an equivalent ratio or maintain equality, she's got to also then divide 4 by 8. 4 divided by 8 is 1/2. Therefore, Mason's recipe has a 1/2 cup of lemon lime for every 1 cup of club soda. Now, for Tyler, his recipe is 3 cups lemon lime to 5 cups club soda. In the same way, we went to a unit rate to scale from 5 to 1. We knew that we could divide by 5. I would have to divide this side. Divide this side by 5 also. 3 divided by 5. I'm just going to write it as the fraction 3 over 5 since I left Mason's as a fraction. Now, to figure out whose is the lemon limiest, I'm wanting to compare these unit rates. Because the 1 cup of club soda remains the same, what it is that I'm looking at is how much lemon lime they're putting into the punch. I know that 3/5 is greater than 1/2. Therefore, Tyler's would be the lemon limiest. Now, if you don't know that 3/5 is bigger than 1/2 off the top of your head, there's a few ways you could compare those fractions. One way would be to model them. So here I've got the models already drawn out. In Mason's, I'm going to fill in 1/2. Notice that for the models, you have to make them the exact same size, and then you want to really try to get equal groups. Tyler would have 3 of these 5 groups here. So modeling may not be the best option for everybody because it can be hard to be really precise, but you can see it is helpful. I can see that 3/5 is larger, so that proves what my initial thought was. Another way to do this would be to convert them to their decimal form. So 1/2 or 1 divided by 2 would give me 5/10. 3/5 or 3 divided by 5 would give me 6/10. And I know that 6/10 is greater than 5/10. So again, Tyler's would be the most lemon limey. So let's look at Julio's strategy. Julio also found unit rates, but Julio compared the lemon lime flavor to the amount of total punch that was made. So in Mason's recipe, he had 4 cups of lemon lime plus those 8 cups of club soda to make 12 total cups of punch. Let's go ahead over here and fill out the table for Tyler as well. He had 3 cups of lemon lime plus the 5 cups of club soda to make 8 cups of total punch. Now, again, I'm going to find equivalent ratios. We're scaling down to get to those unit rates. Here I would divide by 12. So on this side, I would divide by 12. 4 divided by 12, divided by 12, I could write as 4/12. I can also simplify that fraction to 1/3. So I know that of the total punch, 1/3 of his is lemon lime. This is Mason. And then for Tyler, Julio got from 8 to 1 by dividing by 8. So we would do 3 divided by 8. Now, again, I could model this. I could find the decimal form. But another option would also be to get a common denominator. If I have 1/3 and 3/8, a common multiple of 3 and 8, well, let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, that's not it. 18, I'm going to have to go all the way to 24 to get a common denominator here. So now 3 times what number gives me 24? Well, I know that 3 times 8 gives me 24, so I would multiply 1 times 8. I know that Mason's punch is 8/24 lemon lime. To get from 8 in the denominator to 24 in the denominator, I would multiply by 3. So I need to multiply the numerator by 3, which would give me 9. So you see it's just slightly more lemon lime flavor in Tyler's punch. You're going to compare Julio's strategy and Emily's strategies. In what ways are they different? And then how did they arrive at the same answer even though they used different strategies? Answer that in the Canvas box, the text box that you find on that assignment.